So today I'm going to be talking about raising the legal driving age. So what that actually means is raising the driving age for when you can get a license and drive by yourself. So according to DriveSafely.net, a 16-year-old is actually twice as likely as a 30-year-old to die in a car accident. So so what I'm gonna discuss is how raising the driving age can actually help certain statistics like that kind of become lower, or just the effects that it'll have on that. So in New Jersey, they actually raised the driving age to 17, and they saw significant results. Much lower uh, rate of deaths in car accidents than that of many of the surrounding states. So um, they've practiced it and it's just worked. So I think that's just good proof for you know why they should do it. So another reason why they should raise the legal driving age is because uh, most teens most teens actually text a lot more than older generations. The older you get, kind of less you text and drive, or you're on your phone. So even though it's illegal and people aren't supposed to do it, it's much more common with the younger generation. So a 16-year-old is much more likely to text, and a 16-year-old who's also immature doesn't have experience added with texting or calling and being on the phone. It's not a good combination for driving. So even insurance is extremely high for 16-year-olds. Some people, most not most, but a lot of people actually end up having to wait till they're 18 to get a driver's license because their parents just can't afford the amount of insurance that comes with being a driver at 16. It's just so much more expensive than when you're 18 or when you're getting a little bit older. So even insurance is really expensive for 16-year-olds. So if you raise that, that would also possibly create a lower amount of insurance that the parents would have to pay. So going into something I kind of said earlier, speaking on maturity, the maturity of a 16-year-old is, even though it's only 2 years, is much different than that of an 18-year-old or even a 17-year-old. Maturity kind of just it comes very quickly in your teen years. You learn a lot within a couple of years, and that's kind of how high school works, and just how life as a teenager works. You learn so much in such a short span that maturity comes very quickly. So waiting a couple of years to drive actually can be very beneficial for some immature young drivers who need some more growing up to do before they can get into the car. That being said, people also like to argue that you need more experience to be a better driver, and that's true. But if you're also beginning driving, when you begin driving, if you're immature, you're more likely to make a lot more mistakes when you're driving. So that kind of goes into my next point is uh, so people also kind of claim that being mature, teens can handle themselves a lot better than, which really goes into parents don't want to drive their kids around. They like the fact that they don't have to drive their kids around, and that they're not really um, dependent on their parents to take them places. So what's really what's kind of odd about this is you you're getting more freedom as a parent, but is it really worth kind of the dangers that come with putting your child on the road way too early? Laziness shouldn't be the key to why a person be able to drive. It should be because they're mature enough. They can handle everything that comes on the road. Or not everything, but they're able to handle enough to where they can learn and gain experience and become better drivers. So it kind of just goes into my conclusion that on debatewise.com, they've done several statistics and different kind of like numerical like different basically statistic based facts about driving with the increased age limit. I guess I don't know how to phrase that any better. And all of the evidence, nearly all of the evidence, supports that there would be a lower death rate among teen drivers. There'd be lower car accidents, not even just deaths. There's so many car accidents that come from teen drivers. So that's kind of what that website concluded with, and I feel like that's kind of exactly what I'm kind of trying to say in this whole speech. So yeah, that's really it, and thank you for listening.